With the 50th overall pick in the 2008 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals took a shot on a kid from the University of Miami. Not the flashiest name, not the loudest, but Calais Campbell had that thing. That quiet, undeniable thing. You felt it watching him line up. There was always something ticking behind those eyes. And now, 17 seasons later, after a full tour through the league's underbelly and high spots, the man is going back where it all started. He's leaving the Dolphins. Yeah, it stings. It's more than just a veteran walking out the door. It's not numbers on a spreadsheet or a name tag removed from a locker. This is deeper. Campbell's 2024 season in Miami? It wasn't flashy, but it was felt. He was never going to be that headline guy anymore. And he didn't have to be. What he brought was presence. A stillness in chaos. The kind of player that made others straighten their backs just by stepping onto the field. He was a storm with patience. Always a moment away from exploding through a double team, like it was paper. Miami knew what they were getting when they brought him in. 1 year. A shot. A mentor. A stabilizer. Someone who could buy them time, space, maybe even something more. And what they got? 17 games. Started all of them. 52 tackles. 5 sacks. A forced fumble. A wall of resistance in the trenches. Numbers you could list, sure. But that's not where the story lives. Because it wasn't just about stopping the run or collapsing the pocket. It was about the unshakable calm he injected into every down. The way younger guys orbited around him. Picked up on the little details. Learned when to time the punch. When to hold back. He left fingerprints all over that defensive front. But here we are. He's back in Arizona. 1 year deal. Base of $5.5 million. Could climb to 7.5. A circle, sort of. A return. A pull from the desert that Miami couldn't match. They wanted him back. Badly. That much was clear. But something shifted. Maybe it was the voice of old memories. Maybe unfinished business. Maybe something as simple as wanting to close the door where it first opened. Whatever it was, the Dolphins are now staring at the outline he left behind. And it's big. Like, physically and symbolically. Now comes the hard part. Because you don't replace Calais Campbell. You don't grab a guy off waivers and say, do that. That leadership. That experience. That uncanny ability to read formations before the snap, like he had the playbook in his back pocket. You don't teach that in camp. You don't draft it in the 4th round. What's left is a crater. And the question echoing inside it, who's stepping in? The Dolphins thought they had a plan. They believed in a rotation. They liked what they saw in flashes from the younger guys. But liking a flash is a whole different game than trusting a foundation. Who's the new anchor? Who's the guy lining up on 4th and inches and making the play just by sheer force of will? It's not just a matter of physicality. It's mindset. It's history. And Campbell carried all of that into every rep. But maybe this is where things get interesting. Because when a rock like that leaves, what rises to replace it often surprises you. Sometimes a name you barely noticed in the preseason starts snapping heads around. Sometimes a player who was all potential finally gets the green light and turns into a nightmare for opposing guards. It's not neat. It's not predictable. But it's possible. And that's where the Dolphins are now, floating in that in-between, somewhere between loss and discovery. And yeah, we can talk about stats. We can stack up the 110.5 career sacks, the 917 tackles, the 6 Pro Bowls, the All-Decade Team, the Man of the Year award. We can run down the teams. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Atlanta, now Miami, then Arizona again. But none of that truly captures what it felt like to see him in aqua and orange. To feel that sense of calm settle in when you saw him jog out of the tunnel. To know that, whatever chaos the offense tried to cook up, there was someone down there who had seen it all, who had bent but never broken, who always left something behind. And now he's gone. So the Dolphins are on the clock in a different kind of way now. It's not about who they draft or sign next. It's about who steps up, who decides they're done waiting for someone else to take charge. There's no safety net anymore. No fallback. No silent enforcer in the middle. Just a challenge, wide open, waiting to be claimed. Maybe it's poetic. Maybe that's how it's supposed to go. Maybe every team needs to lose something valuable to find out what it's really made of. Calais Campbell gave Miami a season to remember, a blueprint of what excellence in the trenches looks like. And then, just like that, he followed the pull of something older, something personal. Arizona gets him back. Miami moves forward. The story splits, but the impact lingers. In the meeting rooms, in the film sessions, in the way a younger player turns his feet a little sharper, hits the sled a little harder, keeps his eyes fixed just a little longer on the snap count. That's legacy. That's what Calais Campbell leaves behind. Not just numbers, but memory. Not just memory, but influence.